And it changes. If you compare video 1, I think I've got 100 videos on YouTube versus a video number 100. It's a learning process. And if you really want to be that guy, go delete the first video. Who cares? You wouldn't monetize. It doesn't pay you anything. And that's another thing that might be weird saying. Like the first, I don't know, depending on how many videos you put on, you need 4,000 hours of views plus 1,000 hours of, or 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
That took me 2.5 years to get. So make the mistakes while people aren't paying you to watch your stuff.
Exactly.
Real ones rise, no mask, no flex. Lights on, mic check is next. This is the truth, unfiltered AF.
Today on Unfiltered AF, we've got somebody passionate about his hobby that's turned into a business, that's turned him into an influencer. Ruan, welcome. Ruan Schoeman from Aim Small, Miss Small. You've got your own YouTube channel, educating the world on shooting and gear and tech. Well, that's how I found you, because I'm passionate about the sport as well. Welcome, Ruan.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. It's always a good thing if your content is seen by people in different areas of the world and different, we come from two different worlds completely.
Yeah.
We met way back in the past, also outside of what we actually do for a living.
Where do you?
With the trick dance for Yuri's daughters way back in the day. It was that was very long ago.
Listen, I'm supposed to be doing the interview.
We met there. I got some camera information, lighting information from you. It's probably 14 years ago, 15 years ago. Then we had the Mustang. It was on because we bought the Mustang for Michaela's the trick there.
Michaela?
Yes.
Michaela.
But still fun.
The cook.
The cook, yeah. So so way back in the day, that's where we met. You had this massive flash lens thing that you put in the felt there, and you use the button, and you took fantastic pictures. I got information on that, and call it 10 years later, you sent me, because I could hear your phone number on my phone, you sent me an email with WhatsApp about shooting.
Yeah, because I saw your stuff on Facebook.
So we know each other for 15
Oh wow.
So
why didn't we have this conversation off camera?
So yeah, that's as I say, two worlds. I was passionate about photography, videography. Did all of that when I was very much younger. With my actual job, I have the ability to fly into reserves and so forth. So we take a lot of wildlife and I don't have pictures of anything.
Wow.
So I started with that. Then that's where the love for everything started. So and that transpired into the next hobby, which is why we are here today.
Well, just to our audience, guys, I was a bit sidelined with that one, but it's so humbling to know that the world does turn.
Yeah.
The wheels do turn, that everything that you do does come back someday as well, in some way or form. And oh wow, it's just amazing how your passion has sparked a passion in me as well.
As you say, like the wheel turns. I had a lot of questions about stuff that I have no idea about, and you were friendly. You were giving information, answering questions that I didn't sure. Yeah, because I was very, but now it's the exact opposite. Now I have the information and you need the answers. So, life has changed us into the opposite roles. But have the hobby for shooting, precision shooting. Started hunting when I was 13 or 12 or 13 with my father. That transpired into hunting, becoming an animal lover and conservative.
Yeah.
We don't just go killing; we shoot for the house. That transpired into precision shooting. COVID came. I thought I'm going to be this massive YouTube star. I'm going to make a whole bunch of money like other people do. To this day, I think I've got $3,000 in my account from YouTube. So don't think that that's going to make you money. But that's, it's a part of the journey. Learned a lot. YouTube, that's where it started. It unfolded into this exact thing. People phoning me for advice because they has videos on YouTube. That transpired into, now I have the information, I have the contacts, maybe open an online business.
Yes.
Open an online business. Well, that has been going strength to strength. Every month is a better month than the month before, and it's continuously just growing. And we are here today.
But you just said that YouTube maybe generates 3,000 rand to date.
Yeah.
But what else has the channel opened up for you? And that if the channel has a personality, what could it have been?
I think, because I try and keep it as true as I possibly can. I think if the channel had to be a person, it'll be me exactly as I'm sitting here.
Okay.
The humoristic, approachable, funny, and I can give you direct information and tell you this is wrong, this is right. So I think if I had to make the channel a person, I think it'll be me.
Ruan. Ruan Schoeman.
It'll just be who I am, and that's the content I've created. I haven't tried to be this alternative personality because I'm on TV.
A persona or whatever the case.
I am the guy who shoot on the silver shooting range or shoot with that day. I'm the same guy doing the video of making jokes about myself and laughing myself within the videos because it tends to be a very stringent environment and you want to get it right.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll get there later on. But you got to understand that no one knows what the plan is.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
It's only you that know what the plan is.
But also the plan unfolds as you carry on, isn't it?
And that's the thing. You got to be flexible. You got to be ready to take the opportunity when it comes. It might be completely different to what you expected. But let me be honest. When I started the YouTube channel, I never in my right mind thought that I would have a online store. So I wouldn't have WhatsApps full of messages asking questions about specific gear and would this work in this combination. I would never have thought that this is where I would end up. But I mean, as it got to this point, you phoned me, so I got trouble with the low development. So I'm not understanding what's.
Listen, it's a huge frustration. Yeah,
It's a very good niche because everybody gets frustrated.
If you think golf is humbling,
Listen,
golf, ne?
get it going.
Yeah. So Ruan, tell me, aim small, miss small. It's a concept we know in the shooting world. But why did you choose this name and where did it come from?
Well, that's actually quite an interesting story. There's two movies that are related to. First one would be The Patriots. Yeah, back in the day, it's probably a like 2000s-ish movie. Where Mel Gibson, whatever his name in the movie is, they take his son for some or another reason and he gets his brothers to bail him out of jail, and either he gives the two young kids a speech. It's aim small, miss small. It's basically a concept of if you have this, and you can carry it on everywhere. If you have a broad understanding or a broad goal, you would achieve somewhere in the goal.
Yeah.
But if you have a direct goal, you know exactly what you want to achieve, you are going to be very much closer to what you want or wanted when you started. Second movie, American Sniper, we all know and love that movie. We're on the range. It says aim small, miss small.
Yeah.
And the concept is don't just do something because you have an idea. Make it precise, choose what you want, and move towards the goal. You might not achieve the actual goal, but you'd get very close. So the saying in the movie goes, if you aim for the body, you miss by a foot. If you aim for the butt and you hit the chest. So if you aim somewhere here, you'll be somewhere. If you aim for something very specific, you'll get very close to what you aim. And that was the origin.
And also with consistency.
That's it.
Because you've got one focal point every time.
Yes.
It's if you want to.
And that's where we said we got to be flexible. That button has to be able to move in terms of goal setting because it will change. So unfortunately, that is business for you.
Yeah, well. And then tell me, why start from scratch?
Sure. Listen, I've been lucky enough to have never been able to work for a direct boss. I have had objectives and goals that needed to be checked. I've never been needed to be micromanaged. So I think with starting your own thing, you are your own boss. You know what the goals are, you know what you want to achieve. So starting from scratch by yourself gives you the freedom of making choices for yourself and what you want to achieve. So starting from scratch is just a fresh plate. It's where you can just be yourself and try what you want. And not that I'm saying it'll work, because it is a little bit of a character building initially, but it gives you the ability to be who you want to be and make decisions the way you want to make it.
And the first day you opened YouTube and you said, create.
Was llama.
How was that day? Tell us more about it.
I actually have two YouTube channels.
Oh, wow.
Failure number one was Meditation Station or whatever the names was. I started researching YouTube, and I've tried to figure out what the niche was that they all wanted to see. And according to YouTube and the internet, meditation was one of the biggest niches YouTube has.
Okay.
So I tried to open Meditation Station. I think to this day it's with 60 subscribers and 1,000 views. It was complete and utter failure, but all the school fees I needed to pay was there. You cannot make something that you don't understand. I do not meditate. I do not have focus point in my life to sit down and I do meditation.
Yeah, kan nie stil sit.
Yeah, there's no such thing. So that didn't work because it wasn't something particular to me. So that initially failed, learned a lot, and the idea behind that was I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna make a lot of money. Okay. And then it didn't work, it paid a little school fees. And then I said, okay, let me do something that I know of and I like and I've got a lot of information on. And that create was completely different. Okay. Because now you want them to succeed.
Yeah.
Previous is like, I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah.
You see what that is. But when I wanted it to succeed, the name became a difficult thing. You don't choose a name. What's the name now? Yeah, like, you don't care. But the carelessness made me learn a lot. So yeah, first step, the create button was quite easy. But the second thing is the lab. What is something that the people will understand and continue understanding and support? It's
But it resonate.
yeah, and so I just went to something that was personal to me and what I was passionate about. And to this day, people enjoyed the fact that Aim Small was now a company. So it was never, it was a very interesting day.
Well, Aim Small and Miss Small, it's not just a channel. You've got an online shop, you've got gear that you sell. Oh, yeah. I see you just launched a new tripod, bipod. Tripod, bipod.
Try by. It continuously grows. Every day there's something new on the market internationally that you can get in South Africa. And my main purpose is shooting's expensive.
You know well.
You can, if you look at it, I mean, if you're looking at a fresh setup, you're looking at about 40 to 60 grand. It's expensive. It's a very expensive.
With or without scope.
Oh, see, that becomes another thing. So my main purpose was to give people quality products at a price that wouldn't break the bank. Because we all have a love for shooting. Shooting's not a budget-friendly exercise.
Far from.
So when the store started, my idea was to have people have the ability to buy affordable, good quality gear. And that has been going from strength to strength. There is a tripod. It started with one bipod initially, and that kind of sparked the next one. I've now launched the second and the third bipod has now been launched. The tripod has been launched because it's something that's, you don't know you need it until you need it.
Yeah.
And then when you decide you want it, it's 13 to 15 grand, and you're like,
Or you're in the middle of the bush and you don't have it.
yes.
And that goes, the one you saw in the shop was 20, 40, 30, whatever grand.
And you're like, I will never pay it. So now I've got something that might not be exactly that, but it's very, very close at a third of the price.
And it's functional.
And it functions. And that's where the market for me is. I mean, I can make a lot of money selling high-end gear. It's been supported in America, and I can do that. But it's not, my heart to the community. It's trying to help people achieve whatever their goal is without paying so much money to get. So that was kind of where the online store started from. And now it's goodies. Just launched the hoodie as well, so if people want to wear stuff within the shoe.
We'll pop one on the screen here.
Yeah. Now, if you keep going to go to the link. Yeah, so it's just, as well. Hoodies, just a prime example. 600, 700 bucks. Found a local supplier, supporting local. Also, I think we're selling it for 300 and something bucks.
You got one off?
Yeah, this is the exact.
Yeah, look at it.
It's not.
It's a sublimated print.
Yeah, it's the highlighted print, and we got the netting so you can breathe a little bit in the sun. But it's look at us. We don't need you to pay I can ask you 700 for it, but I don't need to get rich of one video. As well as empty, I can maybe buy a bottle of milk for my child. But it's not what it's about.
Well,
I have a job that pays my bills, so I'm doing this to support and to help other people
and to grow your passion.
No, listen, it's fun. It's always coming back to passion and why we do it.
Tell me passion versus algorithm.
Yeah, listen, that's you think you have a good idea. Yeah, and unfortunately sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Then YouTube doesn't agree.
Yeah, I'll never forget. I made one video that I thought was the best. I spent probably 40 hours in editing and recording and whatnot. And to this day, I don't think it's got 500 views. It's something that I really put a lot of effort in, and it just didn't take off because it was passionate and it was something for me, but not for other people.
So on that, how do you handle the no view days?
No, I think that's where you kind of have to understand why you do it. Low days will happen. Videos that you post will get 60 views in the first week. You only have 5,000 subscribers. There's only 5,000 every week.
You get 6,000?
Close. We'll get
6, 7, 10 million. I don't know.
We'll get.
Okay.
You put videos on that you think is a fantastic and great idea, and then no one watches it. And you're like, geez, what did I do wrong? And you review and you check and you change. And there's so many rules about SEO and this. I didn't go to study to be an algorithm. I just wanted to show people how to do this specific thing. So God, it becomes I think I'm past that point. I think I've made peace with the fact that my videos won't please anyone. But it's interesting to the other half of the other people. And it's still good enough. People phone and say, hey, I checked your video. Like this new bipod, I've been getting calls the whole week. Is oh, this bipod, it looks great. It's something else. It's just different and it's not too expensive. That makes you feel a little bit good on the inside because you did something that They phone you and say that I watched your video. That's a good feed.
Yes.
You know, so that's the opposite of, you know, you making a video, people not watching.
So basically, you're reaching our objective. It's helping people, educating them as well, and saving them some money.
That's the main purpose. I think it's education and saving money. People don't know what they don't know. And unfortunately, you figure it out too late. Like you said, when you need it, that's when you figure it out. We aren't supposed to work. So yeah, it's an interesting thing, but to me, I think I've changed it. Initially, it was I want people to watch the YouTube video. Okay. I want people to come and enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I think the objective change, as you said, you have to be a little bit flexible. I think you have to change with it. My hunting videos, they do extremely well because the niche I've got 50 or 40, 60,000 views on.
Oh wow, really?
They do very well.
So why is that, Ra?
It's just American people are
Hunting
hunting
in Africa.
and they all come to Africa. So you've got so much broader spectrum of audience where the bypass I sell in South Africa can't be shipped to America, so they generally don't watch it. They do subscribe to your channel, so when you do hunting videos, they see it, but your market is completely.
So you're basically catering for two aspects. You're catering for the hunting market. If you want to put it this way, tourism.
Yeah, it's like a
touristy market in South Africa, and then also a gear and advice market.
no, it's a reading advice type thing, and with the hunting that goes on it. And I have to say that the hunting videos, which is quite a big niche, and that's where the money comes from. It's not from the gear. YouTube in this sense is more of a marketing platform in terms of the gear. So I give them the information. I never tell a guy you have to buy this or you have to buy that. I just say this is option 1, this is option 2, option 1's got this, option 2's got this, and here's the links, go and have a look at it. I don't push people to buy things that they don't need. Where the hunting, people, and the hunting is expensive. So it's nice watching them, you know, if the footage is good and you can watch it on TV, it just gives you a lekker feeling of watching. And so that's why I think the hunting videos do so well, because it takes you on the hunt. I try and film it in an aspect that you are a part of. I put the video camera in front of me while I'm dialing and trying to get distances and so I try and make them a part of the hunt. And you know, I still make mistakes to this day. I've been hunting for many years, and to this day I still make mistakes. The distance might be wrong. I might do the wrong elevation, and I put that on the channel because you know, we're all human, we all make mistakes.
Well, it's authentic.
No, you can't do everything perfect. You got to make mistakes. And if I make a mistake, you feel better about me making a mistake, and that, you know, because
you know, like you said, it's real and authentic. It's not like it's edited just to show the way clips and all of that. You know, it shows there is room for making mistakes and learning from that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and for you to learn from my mistake.
Yeah.
If I realize I made that mistake there, then I'll on camera say, listen guys, I forgot to do this. I need to do that. You know, so making me mental note, yeah, do this tip or do this. So it's just a process.
What's your advice to anybody who wants to start a YouTube channel?
Best advice would be start. There's nothing else. You can read, you can research. There's nothing else that'll make you learn quicker. You're just clicking the create button, giving it a name. I'm in prime example. The first one might not work. Just start. Figure it out as you go along. You know, the second thing is, once you have this channel, what do you put over it? You know, big thing that in today's life, I've had the channel for 4 years. I cannot get ahead of the content. Create content first, then create the channel and write the algorithm correctly. We in today's life, I just don't have time to. Let me put it this perspective. To shoot a video, edit the video, and put it on YouTube will probably take me about 8 hours a day.
Sure.
Well, and 8 hours to a video, depending on. I remember I did a test on one of the videos I did with a actual shoot where I was taking footage of me shooting and stuff. And then I documented how long of editing, what the time of edit was on that platform to see whether or not I get the same amount of minutes viewed that I put into the channel. And it ended up being 16 hours of editing. And for the first 3 months, I got 14 hours of views. So, you know, sure. And that's heartbreaking because you put so much effort into it and people don't watch it. But today, for some reason, that algorithm jumped it. I think that video is on 1,000 minutes or 1,000 hours of views.
Fantastic.
So it happens. But
it's worth the investment.
It's worth the investment, but to answer the question, just stop. Click the create button, just get it out of the way, and start creating content. Doesn't have to be initially this, and this, and this. And remember, they don't know what the plan was. Many of my videos, if I show you what the plan was and how it actually turned out, it's two completely worlds apart. If you're a guy that has been married or getting married, you'll know that the plan for the marriage was this. And the way that the day happened was that. I'm going to compare it to that.
Okay.
No one watching the video understands what the plan was. They can only see what they see.
So basically, be prepared for changes. Be prepared for not everything going according to your initial plan.
And I think that's the crucial to
Adaptability.
don't mush the small stuff in the video. Cool. Because it will take so much energy and time that you'd end up not completing the video.
Exactly.
Just finish it, create the video, you'll get better. And the editing will get there. You go have a look at my first video, it's still there. It's just taken with my phone, I was all better.
That's what I'm doing this afternoon, going to watch your very first video.
And it changes. If you compare video 1, I think I've got 100 videos on YouTube versus a video number 100. It's a learning process. And if you really want to be that guy, go delete the first video, who cares? You wouldn't monetize, it doesn't pay you anything. And that's another thing that might be worth saying. Like the first, I don't know, depending on how many videos you put on, you need 4,000 hours of views plus 1,000 hours or 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
That took me 2.5 years to get. So make the mistakes while people aren't paying you to watch your stuff.
Exactly.
Make the mistakes, and when you get monetized, they'll delete them because they don't mean anything. You're gonna rewrite the algorithm.
Exactly.
Once you get
Or redo them.
no, or redo.
Whatever the case one.
This is redo is probably the best thing that YouTube have created. Make that video with the new equipment, with the new editing software. Just make it better because people see the effort and people like that. So go subscribe.
And YouTube as well.
Yeah, YouTube loves it because they can compare it back to that video. So my advice would be just start. Just take the first step. It's a downhill slope after step 1. You'll have your challenges, but it'll become easier.
Cool. Run your dream coder. What's that?
I think Philip Bulawayo on Instagram, YouTube. He's an American sniper that came into YouTubing. His following is amazing. He's an incredibly smart person. He knows it inside out. He knows absolutely everything. This guy is something to in awe. He's got all the equipment. So if I could do, it'll probably be Philip and just
Fantastic.
go and shoot the guys to see if I can beat him at one stage.
Well, that will make an interesting episode. We are
Rookies as pro.
Yeah, man. Ruan, thank you so much for your time today. It's truly an honor to have you with me today and to learn something new today as well about where this relationship started, where we got to know each other, which I'm still a little bit, dumbfounded if I can use that word. But yeah, thank you for your passion. Thank you for what you're doing to the shooting, what you're doing for the shooting community as well, educating, making sure there's resources available that's affordable and more accessible for more shooters, and also your heart in helping others, in arranging competitions and fun days and social days in terms of shooting. I've been to one of them, I think it was last year.
It was September. The new one's coming up now.
Okay, to get forward to it. I hope I'm here again. So yeah, just carry on. Thank you for visiting us today in Unfiltered AF, and we loved having you. So thank you for watching another episode, and it's valuable insight that we get on how to start your business, and there's a common thread with all our guests that we are having here today. It's just start. Don't procrastinate on all the ideas and the thoughts and the detail and the small things, but put your head down and click the create button and upload your first video, or do your first transaction, or do your first sale. To see more videos, more business owners that can give advice and share their passions with you, click subscribe, click follow to see more of those videos on our channel. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Filtered AF, real ones rise, no mask, no flex. Lights on, mic check is next. This is the truth, Unfiltered AF.